Is there such a thing as a higher self? Hey y'all, I am Victory. I help provide insight to empower. And is there such a thing as a higher self? The answer may surprise you. No, there is not. And I know how that sounds. Right, I'm not advocating staying in one's toxicity. What I'm saying is that when we try to identify with a higher self, I want to extend the invitation to make sure that you're not rejecting any parts of yourself. Right, identifying as a higher self, as a better self, has an implication there of rejecting parts of ourselves that we may not like or that we may not want to show to the world. Really, a higher self is a fully accepted, integrated self. Now, again, I'm not advocating toxicity or unhealthy habits. What I am saying is that when we accept, fully, because there's, in the beginning, there was for me this tendency to accept something, and really I was just saying, okay, yeah, that's there, but I'm also trying to overcome that. So there was never really an acceptance. I think to be a good person is to accept the ways in which we can be less than perfect, let's say, or we can straight up suck as people sometimes. But a fully accepted version of ourselves, again, not advocating toxicity, but also not advocating the toxic trait of suppressing, hiding, or shaming who we are right now in our journey, in our growth, in our timeline, kind of. Well, it means that I'm okay with being who I am right now, even though who I am right now isn't my most ideal self. Again, not advocating toxicity. Rather, when those toxic traits come up, instead of running from them, instead of suppressing them, instead of hiding them and then having them bubble up and vent or explode on someone else, accepting, holy shit, there's this part of me here. There's this part of me that still may be toxic. When I accept that, well then I'm fully accepting myself. Then I can give myself the option from a cooler, more centered, more authentic space of, okay, I don't want that to continue. So what other choice can I make from here? And that's really as simple as it gets. It's not about being, because there's a lot of, I think, toxicity in spirituality or personal development circles, and yeah, I would very much like to call that out. How are you accepting yourself? How are you finding it difficult to accept yourself? And are there parts of you that are actually really beautiful and beneficial that you hide and suppress? Like for me, that's being quiet, being observant, where I feel like, the super ego, the overmind, the collective conscious is saying, be assertive, get in there. And it's like, well, I can do that. While also listening to others, making space for others, gathering information, and then adding my piece. We all have our approach. We all have our nature. But are we connected to that nature?